The only person that can change your internal dialogue is yourself. The only person that can change your internal perception of you is you. You've got to know where you're at to know where you want to go. I don't care if you already have a wildly profitable business, right? Seasoned entrepreneurs are the biggest group of people that fall subjects to this because they get comfortable and they forget to reach for the next level. They get comfortable and they forget to strive and to challenge themselves. And so as soon as we get comfortable, right, we're either growing or dying. So we always need to be declaring what we're wanting at the next level and where it is that we're going. We always want to be plugging in our destination, just like a ship out at sea, knowing that it's going to go to the Bahamas. No matter how many waves it hits, it's going to end up in the Bahamas. You too need a destination. No matter what the economy does, no matter what the world does, doesn't matter. You've still got to know what you want in order to end up there. So really be so crystal clear with what it is that you're wanting. Society has trained us to believe that we have this thing called confidence or that we don't have it. But that's a very surface level belief. Your self-image is not just confidence. It's way, way, way deeper than that, right? People say, I need to be more confident. Well, but why? Well, what is confidence? Like, you either have it or you don't. How do you get it? It's a very odd thing that we throw around. It's like people either have it or they don't have it. And if they don't have it, they're kind of screwed, right, in today's society. So self-image is a lot deeper than that, although it does contain components of things like confidence. It's a whole heck of a lot deeper than that. And it's not just about how you feel about yourself. No one knows this, but your self-image controls every single result in your life. Every single result in your life. You've been programmed with a perception of who you are, what you are capable of, how much money you can easily earn or cannot. You've been programmed to believe that you're worthy of certain situations and not worthy of others. You've been programmed to have a perception about what kind of relationships you attract. You have a perception of yourself. And that inner perception, that inner image, controls almost every single bucket of your life. I don't care how much you think you know. I don't care how profitable you already are. If you do not know how to intentionally shift your inner image so that you can easily and seamlessly experience a new you tomorrow, then you're going to get left behind. I don't say that to scare you. I say that to encourage you to get educated about what is going on within your subconscious mind. Your outside reality, right? Your results are always a reflection of your internal image. So if you say, Maddie, well, how do I know what's in there? How do I know what my internal image is? What I'm going to say to you is, well, what's going on in your life? What does your life look like? How are you doing with your finances? How are you doing with your savings account? How are you doing with relationships? Do they keep repeating themselves? Do you have really healthy, fun, prosperous relationships? How are you doing with your health? How are you doing with your confidence? Because it's a part of it. How are you doing with your social interactions? How are you doing with your happiness? How are you doing in all buckets of your life? That's how you know what's going on inside. Whatever's going on around you and your external results is an indicator of what's going on inside. And if you really want the outside to change, then you've got to rewire the inside image. You've got to change the internal image if you want the outside to shift. Now, if you have a positive or a negative image of yourself internally, your results are going to reflect that image no matter what. It doesn't matter what you do to make yourself better. It doesn't matter how much you go to the gym or how much you buy mechanical courses or how much you work harder and harder and harder. If you don't change the image, it's always going to be reflected. That's just how it is. That's how our subconscious mind works. Remember, it's an automatic system that's fixed in the subconscious mind, and it determines how the rest of the world is going to see you. Okay? If you walk into a room and people don't really look at you and you want them to, that's a reflection of your inner image. We can work on that. If you want to walk into a room and people turn their heads and say, who is that? We can work on that. That can be your reality. But we've got to reprogram the inner image first so that it can seamlessly show up on the outer image. If you fix the outside without the inside, it doesn't matter what you look like on the outside. If you don't fix the inside, then you're not going to feel too great despite what you do on the outside. Internal image is so, so, so important. So your outer image is just a reflection, right? It's just a reflection of what's going on inside. And I want you guys to keep thinking, what is your external experience telling you about what you believe to be true about yourself on the inside? Example, if you've never earned over 50K in a year, that means your internal set point is probably saying, I'm not worthy of more than 50K a year. And unless you change that, despite how hard you work, despite how many $497 courses you purchase, despite anything, you're not going to get that permanent change in your results because the inner image always remains the same. It always remains the same, no matter what. You've got to change the inside in order for the outside to change. The only person that can change your internal dialogue is yourself. The only person that can change your internal perception of you is you. And so we want to help you do that. A really great way to understand if your two images are aligned is like something like this, right? Yourself being aligned with yourself. You and you, I like to say, me and me, right? You out here and you in here. When those two things are aligned, what that means is that you have this image of perfection within you and you are pursuing it. You've got to align yourself with you. And I know the word alignment is really thrown around on the internet right now, okay? All alignment means is you feel good. Don't overcomplicate it, okay? People will tell you a whole bunch of stuff. You just feel good, okay? Alignment feels like excitement, eagerness, confidence, love, zest for life, creativity, prosperity, enlightenment, peace, joy. Okay, if you feel good, then you're aligned. What you have done thus far is not your fault. It's not because you didn't work hard enough. It's because you were programmed to believe that you can't have it. If your perception of self on the inside is, I don't think I could ever do it, then how the heck will you ever do it on the outside? If you're not thinking it, you can't possibly ever experience it.